Hello people, Cretaceous Breaks here, and today I'm gonna do a review of the Monsterarts Godzilla -1. The official, if you can already see right in front of you. Shocking, I know. Well, I was able to find on Carousell the guy, adult collector who had to let it go, selling only $148, which it is still a bit much, and I kind of wish it had like accessories for like maybe a pair of fists or a bit of spread out hands, like the claw area, like the Monsterarts Godzilla. And basically from the start, I'm using the new camera setting. So if there's any difference between the old and the new one, you let me know. And also it's because I kind of wanted, and I think this might be the first release of it, and I wanted to start first with the nitpicks, or I don't know if I should call it nitpicks or issues with this release. So yeah, but overall, let's get a closer look at the figure itself. And for the eyes right here, I'm gonna try to brighten it up. The eyes are very well painted. I got the best copy. While not perfect, I say it's a little bit offside, but it's perfect. Like perfectly aligned. It's long is like not very derpy, or the eye paint is like misalign the eye socket sculpt there, then it's perfect. It's good enough. It's just a tiny bit wonky, but it's close enough, I would say. And I for some reason have a bit of a small spot on the snout here area, but I think it's not a big deal. Well, the look of this figure is fantastic, I gotta say. The sculpt work is just fantastic. Every detail sculpt in here is just beautiful. Like, it actually looks very nice in person. Like, cause I watch some YouTube videos, they don't do very well compared to the actual in person, but that really depends on your copy basically, because they have like different versions of dry brush here for the dirt, I think, or maybe it's the skull, I'm not sure. And I did had to use a hair dryer to try to move around from the tight area, but there's some areas are just still too tight, like the neck area. I do still struggle with it, and it's okay so far. Oh, hold up, the spine just dropped out. And yes, these three spines do move, and I will be extremely careful with it because I'm afraid like it may drop and then you may accidentally lose it. But this is as much they can move as, I guess, is to make clearance for to move around. And I think this one is just a socket, like a free floating piece that is supposed to block the gaps. And I know the head sculpt is not everyone's favorite part of it. If only my camera can focus correctly on the face, it would be nice. Okay, so good. So I say the face is okay, but I think it's not the worst. I mean, I see 3D print replacement like the Kujira. Sorry, it's hard to pronounce the name, like Kujira design and Kaiju Wizards. Well, they had a 3D printer with, so they can sculpt like very tiny details, but this one, Yuji Sakai, who sculpted it, is sculpted by hand. So I can't really blame the how he tried his best to sculpt this teeth here. And due to how his teeth are sculpted, you can't really close the mouth fully. But if you want to move it around, you're gonna have to adjust this bottom jaw right here instead of the, what is that, the vertebrae, or this red piece right here. Like, you just have to adjust the jaw to be a bit like upwards a bit, and you kind of get a closed mouth, although it may look a bit off-center, maybe. Like, I don't know. It's a maybe. So, I would say the dry brush here is good on most parts. It's usually around the thigh a bit and the feet, but not a lot at the back here. And the toe right here is kind of missing a bit. And of course the tail right here is kind of a dead end. Like, no dry brush a lot here, minus the bottom part. But I don't know, it's because, like, for this one, I think maybe they base it on when he was like in the ocean. Because let's face it, every scene you've seen, like, he does change a lot. Like, when he first appeared in this form, he does have a scar, but once the how do we say, the mind bomb, let's say, like, get inside its mouth, explode, then regenerate, form a scar, and he get different types of dirt, and even got damage, like scorch. So this one I can kind of see why people may not like it, cause some random dry brush here, and there's some areas that just doesn't look right. But it's just, yeah, I can see it's a minor nitpick. Anyways, it is still fantastic. The skull, I just can't get over it. And yeah, every detail is just on point. Now, for the articulation, it should be the same as the bootleg that I showed a few days, so like I think a month ago, yeah, a few months ago, but tighter and better quality and less QC issue of it. So I don't think I really need to do the posability of this figure, right? Because it is all the same. So let me just straighten him out. Yeah, even that, I actually got it yesterday and I tried to hair dry, but there's some areas are still a bit tight, and they do squeak sometimes, like the chest area, which, oof. Even some areas like the feet. Okay, I think it should be it. So let me do a comparison. And I apologize for the light adjustment. It's just that it just sometimes automatically like just change the lighting. So I try to brighten it up a bit. So here's the bootleg Godzilla -1. And you can see the details are a bit less on the bootleg. And the tail is just, yeah, I tried to super glue it, or using some joint tightness, but it just keeps popping out for some reason. Like, you can tell from this ones, like, I would say for my custom bootleg Godzilla -1, it's okay. Like, I do like the dry brush I did in some areas, but there's some just blotches around because I a bit of a less detail. But here is like a direct comparison. I tried my hardest to match the brown dry brush, and also the feet right here, just the toes just won't even stay. And I'm not sure if the toes are designed differently. Sorry, I don't know if because of the toes are designed differently, or because it's like almost the authentic one is actually like has a better movement than the bootleg. It's like I think it's because maybe the engineering design, but yeah, you can see the direct comparison right here. Let me try to adjust the lighting. So yep, you can see the difference. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with the camera. It's like just doesn't really want to focus two at the same time. Trying to get a perfect shot. So yeah, you can see the yellow light right here is not really the greatest. I tried to match the nail color, but it just doesn't work. And there is some joints that are very loose like this, and the socket right here I had to make the hole bigger because it turns out it's just small for some reason that cannot fit, so I had to drill it out. And the spine is a bit warped out, and I forgot to mention the spines are equally straight, although I do have to use a hair dryer a bit in some areas. Like this part right here, I had to hair dryer, but everything is just almost perfectly straight. A bit curved, but it's almost perfect. I personally think I got the best quality for the -1 Godzilla, at least for my copy at least. So I'm gonna leave it here and write down what are your thoughts of the actual SH Monsterarts Godzilla -1. I would like to hear your opinion. For my rating, I'll give it a 8 out of 10. It's just the sculpting is magnificent. I just can't get over it. And also, the -2 points is probably because I kind of wish it had some accessories like a pair of fists and even like sprayed out hands, and probably the price like lowered a bit. But overall, I really love this figure. So for more Cretaceous Breaks videos, just leave a like, comment, and thanks for watching.